Yeah, I think it was. I mean, I think it's such an important win for us with the position we're in, with the stretched resources that we have to be able to come together and give a performance like that. Speaks volumes for the character of the players we have, the leaders we have in the group, and our ability to just focus on the present and what's happening right now. You look at the players that we're missing, that was a giant performance from the players we have fit.
Talking about leaders, Jamal was being disappointed in his role in the equaliser, then he responded just how he was.
Yeah, I think he had a slight problem with his boot in that first half, so I think that was just sorted at half time, and then he's responded really well. I mean, I have to say Anthony Gordon's cross was sublime, and Jamal put it away really well. Those chances, as we saw with the first half, Joe Linton's header aren't as easy as sometimes they look, and it was a really big moment for us because we needed that positive momentum to go our way today. But we had to create that, and that second goal was key.
Chris? Hi, Eddie. I mean, you mentioned the players who are missing. Joe Willock joined that queue. What's the prognosis?
Yeah, it looks like a reoccurrence of an Achilles injury that he had a few weeks ago. It's a massive blow for us. We don't know how long he's going to be out. We're going to have to seek specialist advice, but a huge blow for us.
I mean, Lewis Miley stepped up again, the assist for the first goal. What did you make of his performance, particularly that pass?
Well, that pass, as you say, I think sort of represents him. You know, to have that composure in that moment when you're so young and thrust into your debut at home, the temptation is to shoot, but he resisted that and had the ability to spot Alex. It was a brilliant pass and also a brilliant finish, and I thought his general performance was very good. I thought he showed the composure that we saw during pre-season, where I thought he executed a really good pre-season, played very well, and he's going to be a key player for us in the next few weeks. He's going to have to step up and do what we know he can do.
It was a different role here at Bournemouth. Bournemouth obviously was new for the deep line midfield. Do you see him playing both roles going forward?
I think in the long-term future, yes. I think short-term he's better further forward, but unfortunately at Bournemouth we didn't have the ability to play him higher up. But today I think we saw a bit more freedom to attack. He made several good runs. I think he made the run which contributed to one of the goals. I'm not sure it was the second or the third. No, just generally very pleased with him, and that will do him the world of good, I think, for the future.
Sorry, just to clarify myself, that's not an injury then, that was just a boot.
Yeah, no, as far as I'm aware, but yeah, I don't want to curse us.
Jordan?
And you just on Alexander Isak obviously scored today, but how important is that? He got that in minutes when he's got having just come back from injury.
Yeah, really important. We've really missed him. I think you've seen from recent games we really miss our focal points centre forward, whether that's Callum or Alex. They're outstanding at what they do, and no one can replicate their roles in the team really. And yeah, his finish was high level, real composure, but just his presence on the pitch I think really helped us today.
How pleased were you that you were able to turn your bench because of the scoreline and give up three Premier League debuts?
Yeah, it was nice. I mean, our plan was to try and save minutes in players if we possibly could, but that's very difficult to do, I think, when the game's in the balance. In that moment, it was nice to be able to give Alex a little bit of a breather after a good few minutes, and the same with Miggy, who'd only just come back from an injury himself. So, yeah, and also to give three young players a great experience in their lives, and I'm sure one they'll never forget.
5 goals and 3 assists for Anthony Gordon so far this season in the league. What do you think is a realistic target for him this season?
I've not thought about that, and I'll never give you a number on that. I think that the important thing for Anthony is he continues to perform in the way that he has. I thought he was very good today. I think he was a constant menace for them down that left-hand side. As I said earlier, I thought his ball for the second goal was exceptional piece of play that probably wins us the game. And his finish at the end just highlights a growing confidence in front of goal, I think. I think he's mentally in a really good place.
Just quickly, Neil Clark not involved today, have you?
Thankfully, that was just illness, so no injury there.
Okay for PSG?
He can't play in the Champions League, but he would have been okay.
Big Ryan?
And you've had some big wins since you where did this one rank? Did you get a little extra satisfaction given that you're completely ravaged by injury?
Yeah, extra satisfaction in the fact that the players showed how good they are. Very easy in these moments for the players we have that are playing to feel a bit sorry for themselves and to look for excuses outside of their own performance, but we didn't allow that to creep into our mentality today, and that's the biggest compliment I can give with the schedule that we've had and the schedule we have coming up, we have to celebrate the players' performances after what they gave today in a very difficult moment. So full credit to everybody.
Have you ever known anything like this as a player, manager, just interested in football in terms of an injury crisis? I don't think I've seen it.
I'm sure it has happened. I personally have not been involved in anything like this. It just seems everywhere we turn, we're picking up another injury. Joe Willock one was very hard for everybody to take yesterday, especially as it's another reoccurrence, and I think that's the frustrating thing.
Just on that, do you have to fill your bench for rules?
No, we don't. We've decided to do that at the moment. No, I wouldn't do it if I didn't feel it would benefit us. But we made that decision today to put those players on the bench. Yeah, who knows what happens in the future.
Eddie, just on Lewis, obviously you're boxing there about him. It's easy to get into his 70s. How much better do you think he can actually get?
Yeah, you're asking someone that believes in coaching and believes in improvement. I always have done, so I believe he can get this huge growth in his every area of his game, really, athletically, physically, technically, tactically. And we'll look to do that with Louis. We'll never stand still, and we'll look to continually help him. But what he has got already is just a brilliant brain, and I think that brain's allowed him to play so well today. We saw that during pre-season with the calmness in his performances. He really is a level-headed lad. I think that will really help him in this moment to just take today as it was. Don't get too high, and on to the next game.
And Mauricio's just came out and spoke. Seemed very angry, said his team didn't compete. What was your assessment of how Newcastle sort of made Chelsea look like?
Well, I think the biggest compliment, again, I can give the players is we were ourselves today. I think the difficulty is when you have as many injuries we have and key players missing, you become disjointed and you lose your identity. But you saw a Newcastle performance today, both in possession and out of possession, and the players deserve huge credit for that.
Greg? It's a continuation of that, really, but one of Mauricio's quotes was he didn't think Newcastle were great, but you had to be great. What would you say to that?
Not really going to come back and make a comment in terms of another manager's assessment. We did what we needed to do to win the game, and that's all we can do is just play the match that's in front of us. I think the first game after international breaks are always difficult. I think you always see a little bit of disjointedness, if that's a word, in your performance. So there's elements of that in our performance, but we've only trained with 7 players during the last 2 weeks.
Simon?
It's interesting you said that players feel sorry for themselves when they're seeing their teammates falling down and getting injured. Have you done work to put their mind at rest and kind of put that aside for them and have to put it aside and play the game as
Yeah, I think we've had to, of course, address it, because I think if you don't, it sort of becomes the elephant in the room, that everyone knows what's happening, everyone knows who's missing, but it's not been addressed. So I think we had to address the situation. But I'm still looking at quality players. I'm looking at the team sheet today and going, we've got a good team on the pitch. The squad might not be in terms of names and freedom to make changes from the bench. The problem we'll have is if we suffer any more injuries from this moment, that's going to be a real challenge for us. But I'd rather just think about the win today rather than the future.
Yeah, well, my next question was is there any way you can change the PSG? You've got 10 games in 31 days, and that there's not much rotation you can do.
No, I don't want to hear that, to be honest. I just want to enjoy this moment today and think about tomorrow when the sun comes up.
Start at the front? No? Yeah.
I was going to ask the same as Lee. Is this for you as a manager? Is this the best feeling you've had basically since you've been here?
No, it's not the best feeling. But it's
after one single match performance.
no.
Maybe not in terms of what it was.
No, because I think I'm always judging it against our very, very best levels, and I don't think we were there today. But I think we showed an abundance of character and really good mental qualities to get through today. So very, very proud of the players. We move forward now to another very difficult game, and the schedule, as everyone knows, that's ahead of us is going to be a real test and challenge for us.